Hey there, JR Stormin here from the FinOps Foundation, saying hello to you from Portland, Oregon, where it is smoky and windy outside. A lot of wildfires happening. Hey, so we're going to try something new in the foundation. I'm going to start doing a video roundup. We're going to call this the FinOps Weekly Hustle, name pending, to give you a roundup of everything that's happening in the FinOps world and in the FinOps Foundation in the last week or so. At the end of this, I'm going to give you 3 $15 credits for t-shirts, awesome FinOps t-shirts at the FinOps Swag store. So we'll hopefully watch through to there. And if you like this, we'll keep doing it. And if nobody watches it, we'll stop doing it in future weeks. Some of these links are going to be indicated down in the comments or in the description section below. And a lot of them are going to be FinOps Foundation members only. So if you haven't signed up, go to FinOps.org membership to get signed up, where you can get access to all this stuff. So, couple summary. We did a really awesome International FinOps Day last week and a half now it's been. KubeCon, there was a FinOps for Kubernetes presentation that covered the ins and outs of managing costs in the container world, including how to do allocation and optimization. Had some great speakers from Google, from VMware, from Apptio, from KubeCost, covering how to do that. And on the back of that, we're working on a white paper on FinOps for Kubernetes that's coming out in November. There was also a session on AWS Savings Plans that Nathan Besh from AWS and Mike Fuller from Atlassian did, where they broke down not only how they work, but also Mike did an analysis of how the efficacy, I think is the word, of their savings plans. He has shared a deep dive of that in a PDF format in the FinOps Slack, link below for that as well. A lot of great jobs coming through in the Slack. 3 that I want to highlight. One is on the topic of Atlassian. We just mentioned them. They are hiring a FinOps engineer to help do data analysis for them. There's an also great one at Zendesk, senior software engineer for FinOps. That's a remote position, unlike the Atlassian one, which I think is Sydney-based, maybe out to Wollongong, but definitely Australia, I believe. Platform.sh just posted an opening as well in this space. And I said 3, but the 4th one actually is ours. We are hiring at the FinOps Foundation operations director. Think of it like a COO of the organization to help scale our programs. Check out the job description below, and that's going to be posted shortly. So some interesting topics that I wanted to highlight this week from conversations within the Slack community. The first was there was a great chat about the pros and cons of unifying all of your AWS users under one master account. Definitely check that out. Your consolidated billing, linked account strategy has a big impact on cost allocation. There was also a thread on demystifying the CUR data. Those who I've found over the years who are best at cloud financial management really get into the weeds of understanding the raw cloud billing data. So definitely important to unpack that data. A good thread there as well. To better our overall community, the foundation has put in a code of conduct for contributions and conversations modeled on the Linux Foundation. And excitingly, we've got a few different folks contributing to translating that into other languages. There's a French translation that was just proposed, a Portuguese one coming. If you know other languages and are bilingual, like contribute, please do at the GitHub link below. Unit economics is something that we often think of as the nirvana of FinOps, getting to the phase of what are we paying per customer, per page view, per ride, whatever matters. Lots of conversations happening in the Slack. We'll have multiple links below around unit economics, around evaluating metrics and KPIs, how to get those working in your organization. Serverless has been a hot topic. Specifically, is it cheaper or not? Serverless charges are often sub-penny, but the work involved to get to moving to serverless and operating it often requires a different set of engineering talents and labor ain't cheap, as we all know, especially the good folks. So there are hidden costs there to explore in this thread. Also saw a really nice post by a FinOps veteran on why cloud financial management tools can keep things under control and different learnings from the platforms. Look at that Medium post below from Hatchman. And finally, one that I think is one of the great next unsolved phases of FinOps is really handling your shared costs, whether it be Kubernetes costs or support costs or network costs. There was a good thread that developed about how to do that within different business units, which actually gets us to the next section of this, which is I wanted to highlight some of the cloud provider announcements. One of the exciting things I just saw in the Slack today was Azure has come out with a cost allocation feature that will let you split up shared costs and allocate those based on various usage and put them in different places. A lot of the management providers provide tooling in this area. I think this is the first time we've seen a cloud provider do this natively. Exciting to see how everybody utilizes that. In the Amazon world, Amazon kind of went backwards. I feel like it's circa 2015 here. They announced a detailed billing report type of files, the CUR data rather, the cost and usage report, in a monthly granularity. And I said detailed billing because that's what we used to get back in the day when those were all monthly. They've rolled back this very detailed CUR data into monthly for those who need to open it in things like spreadsheets or have homegrown solutions who can't support the granularity of the CUR data. Interesting move, should unlock some new options for folks. And the third one from Google. Google has released a beta of their committed use discount recommendation. So if you're looking to get better rates on your VMs and committed usage there, definitely check out those recommendations. As always, there's lots of interesting events coming up. Check out the finops.org/events link. We have a training on Monday and Tuesday of this week that's got a few seats left. There'll be a discount code below for that. And there are 3 meetups coming up that are scheduled. One in San Francisco, actually was meant to be today, but I think got delayed due to wildfires. One in Brazil, if you want to bone up on your Portuguese, you can check that one out. And one coming in New York City. Check out the events page for links to those. That's all I have for this week. Trying to keep it fast. Talking even faster. If you want to follow these things, we're going to get production values up and better content. Like this, subscribe to it, whatever the YouTube thing, my 9-year-old would know better than anybody that you're supposed to do, and keep breaking down those silos in your organization. Talk to you soon.